Old couple always fights at night. We'll vacuum every morning as early as possible. TLDR at the end. For a long time we didn't have any neighbors beneath us and were kind of happy when we heard that an old couple would move in. You'd think they'd go to sleep early, right? Oh no, not them. Every night right around 11 PM to 12 AM they'd get in those very loud fights. The woman nagging relentlessly, the man shouting back. We tried reasoning with them, but they didn't take neither my mum, who barely talked the language, nor me, barely 17 to 18 at that time, seriously. Everybody needed to get up early so my mum would go to bed the earliest at 10:30 and get up at 6 with me. She'd wait for everyone else to wake up and then start vacuuming while hitting every corner, smashing the machine into things at about 7:30. I didn't think they'd care, but lo and behold, one day the woman came for some reason. Sorry, can't remember what it was, and very meekly asked if we needed to clean the house every day, and so early at that. My mum smiled only and nodded while I explained that I head out early, so do my siblings. Had told her that 1,000 times already SMH. And as my mum had her course starting at 9 AM she'd need to do it before that. Let's just say they didn't fight as much and as late anymore. God bless my mum for her persistence. TLDR, old couple living underneath us fight loudly every night. My mum starts vacuuming every morning very loudly. Have a hot temper, I'll freeze you out. TL, doctor at bottom and I'm on the mobile app, so sorry for formatting. I'm a healthcare professional that works for a clinic that does outpatient procedures. I work in the procedure rooms and help out doctors. I enjoy working with all my doctors for the most part except for one. This doctor can be a nice guy for the most part, but he's a huge narcissist and can have a bad temper if the procedures start going ways he doesn't want them to, or if he's tired, or just because. A few days ago he went off on one of our newer nurses. She never done this type of thing before and is still learning, but what caused him to go off on her wasn't her fault and the way he went about it was inappropriate, and I'm not going into details about it. The main point of this is this guy's pretty sensitive to the cold, or so he says. He likes the rooms to be 70 to 72 degrees and will complain if they are too cold that it affects his sinuses or something. Here is where the petty revenge comes in. I had to work with him a few days after he went off on this new nurse, so before he arrived I turned the thermostat in the procedure room down as cold as I cold, 65 degrees Fahrenheit. The room stayed around 66 to 67 all day. We have a blanket warmer, so I was sure to give all the patients that came in extra blankets. I also warned the other staff in the room that it was going to be cooler than normal in the room and to wear jackets. The doc came in and immediately commented on how cold it was in the room and changed the thermostat to 72. He left the room shortly after and I turned the thermostat back down to where I had put it previously. This went on maybe 3 times throughout the day. Doc would comment on how it was staying 66 degrees in the room and changing the thermostat to 72 and me changing it back when left the room. I just ignored him every time he complained and feigned ignorance all day about the cold. He never did figure out what was going on, but I'll let my nurse friend that he had gone off on know what I was doing. She just laughed. I know it's not the most creative thing, but I know it irritated him all day that he had to be cold and couldn't get the temperature to his comfort. TL, doctor, hot-tempered doc that went off on my friend, doesn't like being cold. I turn down the temperature all day and make him cold.